mighty Aztec Empire, which ruled over large parts of present-day Mexico from the 14th to the early 16th centuries, was built on war and conquest. Yet, what set the Aztec warriors apart from others in history was not just their military might, but their deeply spiritual approach to warfare. To them, combat was sacred, a way to honor the gods and sustain the balance of the universe. Their fierce battles were not mere territorial disputes, but crucial acts that resonated with divine will. This is the story of the Aztec warriors, a society where war was not only a political tool, but a religious duty, steeped in rituals and powerful symbolism. The Aztecs were initially a small nomadic tribe who arrived in the Valley of Mexico in the early 14th century. They settled on a small island in Lake Texcoco, where the great city of Tenochtitlan would soon rise. Over time, through alliances, cunning, and above all, military prowess, the Aztecs grew from an obscure tribe into one of the most powerful empires in the Americas. At the heart of this empire were the warriors, the elite of Aztec society. The warriors, or calmecac, were more than just soldiers. They were a reflection of the empire's core beliefs and its deep connection to the divine. Warfare for the Aztecs was not just a means to expand their territory or subjugate their neighbors, but a sacred endeavor to serve the gods. The most important god of war was Huitzilopochtli, the sun and war god, who was believed to need human blood to sustain the sun's daily journey across the sky. The Aztecs believed that each battle fought and each life taken in combat contributed to the endless cycle of life, death, and rebirth. For the Aztec warrior, victory in battle was a mark of honor, but the ultimate honor came from capturing enemies alive. These captives were destined for sacrifice, a practice that played a crucial role in the Aztec religious worldview. To the Aztecs, the act of sacrifice was not barbaric, it was a necessary offering to the gods, a way to ensure the survival of the world. Therefore, a warrior's ability to capture rather than kill was greatly valued. Warriors who excelled in capturing prisoners were awarded prestigious titles such as Eagle Warriors and Jaguar Warriors, both of which held enormous prestige within Aztec society. The rise of the warrior class can be traced back to the founding of Tenochtitlan. As the Aztecs expanded their territory, their need for skilled warriors grew. To become an elite warrior, one had to prove themselves in combat and undertake a series of rigorous tests. The most famous of these tests was the calmecac, a rite of passage where young Aztec men were sent to battle or to participate in mock battles to prove their courage and skill. This rite was integral to their development of their warrior culture. Training for war began at a young age. By the age of 15, boys were sent to the telpochcalli, a school for commoners, where they were trained in basic military skills, such as weaponry, tactics, and the use of shields and spears. Those who showed exceptional skill in battle were then selected to enter the calmecac, the school for the nobility, where they received advanced training in warfare and leadership. The training was grueling, as warriors were taught not only to fight, but to be prepared for death, which they believed was an inevitable part of life. The most revered warriors were those who fought in the Flower Wars, a type of ritual battle fought between the Aztecs and neighboring city-states. These battles were not meant to conquer lands, but to capture prisoners for sacrifice. The warriors who participated in these battles wore elaborate costumes that reflected the sacred nature of their mission. The Eagle Warriors wore feathered costumes to symbolize their connection to the sun god, while the Jaguar Warriors dressed in jaguar pelts to reflect their connection to the underworld. War was not the only battlefield for the Aztecs. Their city was filled with temples and shrines dedicated to the gods of war. The most famous of these was the Templo Mayor, a massive pyramid in the center of Tenochtitlan. This was the place where the most significant sacrifices took place and where the captives from war were brought to offer their lives to Huitzilopochtli and the other gods. It was here that the Aztec emperor would stand, overseeing the ceremonies that would bring divine favor to his people. The Templo Mayor was not just a symbol of religious devotion, but a reminder of the Aztec belief that their empire was destined to be the center of the world. But for all their sacred duty and honor, the Aztec warriors were also fierce and pragmatic in battle. They were experts in guerrilla warfare, using their knowledge of the land and their ability to strike swiftly to outmaneuver their enemies. They used a variety of weapons, including the macuahitl, a wooden sword embedded with obsidian blades that could slice through flesh with ease. They also used the atlatl, a spear-throwing device that allowed them to strike from a distance with incredible force. The Aztecs also employed a system of military rank that reflected their social structure. Warriors who captured the most prisoners were elevated in status and were given the right to wear the most elaborate costumes and to receive the most prestigious titles. The highest-ranking warriors were often given the honor of leading troops into battle and were given lavish rewards for their service. These warriors also played a vital role in the ceremonies and rituals of the empire, participating in the sacrifices and honoring the gods. In 1519, the Spanish, led by Hernán Cortés, arrived on the shores of the Aztec Empire. At first, the Aztecs, believing the Spaniards were gods, welcomed them. But as tensions grew, war broke out between the two forces. Despite the Aztec warriors' bravery and superior knowledge of the terrain, they were ultimately defeated. The fall of Tenochtitlan in 1521 marked the end of the Aztec Empire and the beginning of Spanish colonial rule in Mexico. The defeat of the Aztec warriors was not just a military loss, but the loss of a way of life. The sacred nature of their warfare, their deep connection to the gods, and their relentless drive to honor their divine duty were forever altered. However, the legacy of the Aztec warriors lives on in the cultural memory of the people of Mexico and the surrounding regions. Their prowess in battle, their innovation in weaponry, and their unique approach to war as a sacred ritual remain a testament to their enduring spirit. In the centuries since the fall of the Aztec Empire, the world has come to understand that the Aztecs were not merely a warlike people, but a complex civilization with a rich cultural heritage. Their warriors were not just fighters, but devoted servants of the gods, whose bravery and sacrifice were seen as essential to the survival of the world itself.